Alright, today I will be presenting and showing off my articulated Yangchuanosaurus figure. Now, I haven't made that many articulated figures. My first one was the Scorpio Venator well over a year ago. Then I made the Q. I made an Inostrancevia, but I got rid of that one. So really, this is the third more articulated and successful of the ones. So yeah. So this video, I just wanted to show it off and explain how I made it. So maybe one day one of you watching this video could take something off of this, or take something out of this. So anyways, for the materials I've used to make this, I've used both cosplay as well as super sculpting. In fact, I have some in the back right now. Both of them actually. So what I did was I made the body I made the torso out of super sculpty, as well as the head and the arms. But the tail and neck, the articulated parts, are made out of cosplay. I decided to make it out of cosplay because cosplay is more flexible, kind of rubbery-ish. So I decided to use that because it will probably hold up the best between the two for the articulated parts. And as for the inside, I used a bendy wire for inside of both of them. So it's just a straight wire through them. So what I did was, for the neck, I created these 3 layers, and then I punched a bendy wire straight through all 3 of them, as well as the back of the head. And then I kept it like that, and now the head's able to move on all parts. I know there's a bit of a gap right there, but trust me, it could have looked worse. So the head at the top can move, not too much though. The neck pieces, the 3 neck pieces, are able to move fairly well. And the neck piece right here, these neck pieces were actually kind of inspired by other stuff. So the top part right here was based on Beast of the Mesozoic, you know, the Tyrannosaur series figures. And saw this middle gap right here. There was a gap right here, so I created this middle part to effectively prevent a wide gappage. I know it doesn't complete it fully. There's still a little bit of a gap, but it's better than it was before, I promise you. As for the tail is more flexible. All the tail pieces can move. And overall, it's pretty well. It does its job well enough. As you can see, Yang. I'm probably have to fix the eye, but otherwise, it's pretty good. Nothing else on the body really moves outside of the neck, head, and tail. So it's really just a statue for the body. But otherwise, I think it's pretty good so far. So overall, I'm gonna just show off some stuff. I'm gonna just show off a couple images on the prototypes, and which essentially what led up to the final product that you see now. And hopefully you can take off something and see how this was made. But what I will say is this took a while and it took a lot of work. I promise you it did. A lot of work. Especially with the time that I had been given to make this. But otherwise, this was this is all I have to say for now. I'll talk later when I cut back to the end of the video. And yeah, I'm gonna just cut off for the moment and to show off some images. So overall, I think I did a pretty good job with this. I'm proud of what I've created so far with this figure. Took a lot of work. I promise you it was a lot. For a quick comparison, here's my Tarbosaurus. A statue, not a figure. Meant to be in scale with each other. Yang is a little shorter, though it doesn't look like it because his head is a little raised up, but it is slightly shorter than the Tarbosaurus. So overall, my advice is if you were to make a figure like this, like my Yangchuanosaurus, should you decide to do it, one suggestion I would make is when you're using a wire to go through for the joints, make sure the wire is actually stable and stays in as long. Make sure it's really deep within the clay and make sure it stays in there. So when you decide to keep it in there and attach it on, it can actually stay in pretty well and it doesn't fall off. Because one of the problems that I had with this figure was I didn't put the wire and I didn't make the hole at the back of this thing's head deep enough, so the wire doesn't stay in stable. The wire isn't stable fully, so I had to use glue to attach the wire to the back of the head. So that's why it stays on. But one suggestion I would make is make sure the wire goes as deep as possible. Then glue the head onto the wire to keep it stable for sure. But do that after you got the neck parts on. So overall, just wanted to make this video real quick. And thank you for all your support. I appreciate you all. And all of you have a blessed day. Thank you.